Alright, picture this. You're a Soviet soldier marching through a frozen Finnish forest in 1939. It's 40 below zero, the wind is howling, and everything is covered in thick snow. You're cold, exhausted, and paranoid because one by one, your squad members are dropping like flies. No gunfire. No warning. Just gone. And you have no idea where it's coming from. Congratulations, you've just run into Simo Häyhä, aka the White Death, the deadliest sniper in history. This guy wasn't just some regular soldier. He was a one-man army racking up over 500 confirmed kills in just over 3 months against an enemy that outnumbered his side nearly 100 to 1. And get this, he did it all without a scope. Just pure skill, patience, and the kind of ice-cold precision that turns a man into a legend. But Simo wasn't some elite-trained assassin or some government experiment gone wrong. He was just a farmer. A quiet guy from Finland who grew up hunting in the woods, minding his own business, and hitting bullseyes for fun. He wasn't tall, wasn't muscular, dude was 5 feet 3 inches, barely 130 pounds. But the moment war broke out, he turned into an unstoppable force. In November 1939, the Soviet Union invaded Finland with 500,000 troops, thousands of tanks, and a whole fleet of bombers. Finland? They had almost no tanks, no real air force, and just a few 100,000 soldiers, most of whom were just regular people picking up rifles for the first time. On paper, Finland was done for. But see, the thing about Finland? It's all snow, all forests, all freezing cold. And the Soviets? They weren't ready for that. They moved in with bright green uniforms, loud vehicles, and absolutely no clue how to fight in this terrain. Meanwhile, Finnish soldiers like Simo were built for this environment. They wore full white camouflage, moved in small squads, and used their knowledge of the land to ambush and disappear before the Soviets even knew what hit them. And Simo? He took things to another level. Most snipers used scopes. But Simo? No scope. Ever. And there was a reason for that. In freezing temperatures, rifle scopes could fog up. Worse, they could glare in the sunlight, giving away a sniper's position. And Simo? He wasn't about to let that happen. So he stuck with iron sights, relying on nothing but his own eyes and skill. And then he started stacking bodies. 5 kills a day. Then 10. Then 20. Every single day, he was out there in -40-degree weather, sniping entire platoons like it was target practice. The Soviets hated him. They sent counter-snipers just to take him out. He killed them. They ordered artillery strikes on his last known position. He walked away. They even sent entire battalions to hunt him down. He just kept sniping. That's when they started calling him the White Death. Over the next 100 days, Simo Häyhä racked up over 500 confirmed kills, with some estimates saying it was closer to 800. To this day, no sniper in history has ever topped that number. But eventually, his luck ran out. On March 6, 1940, after months of terrorizing the Soviet army, Simo was finally hit in the face by an explosive round. The bullet tore through his jaw and cheek, nearly blowing his head off. When his comrades found him, he was barely alive, unconscious, face completely shattered. Most people. That would have been the end, but Simo Häyhä? He wasn't most people. He slipped into a coma and woke up a week later. And here's the craziest part, he woke up on the exact day the war ended. Finland had signed a peace treaty, and despite being outnumbered 10 to 1, they had held off the Soviet Union for months. Simo had done his job now. You'd think after all that, he'd spend the rest of his life in a hospital or retire as a war hero. Nope. Dude went back to farming like nothing happened. He didn't seek fame, didn't brag, didn't write books. He just went home. When he was later asked how he became such an insanely good sniper, his answer was just one word. Practice. Absolute goat behavior. Simo Häyhä lived the rest of his life in peace, passing away in 2002 at the age of 96. 2 world wars, a bullet to the face, 96 years. Even death was scared of him. To this day, no sniper has ever beaten his record. And considering he did it all without a scope, in freezing conditions, against an army that should have wiped him out in a week, he might just be the coldest warrior of all time. So next time you think it's too cold outside, just remember, Simo Häyhä was out there in -40 degrees, stacking bodies, while holding snow in his mouth to hide his breath. Drop a like for the White Death. And tell me in the comments, if you had to go up against any legendary warrior in history, who would you not want to fight? And if you want more insane real-life stories, hit that subscribe button.